Alrighty guys, thanks for joining me. This is your host, 90 Jester. We are going to try some more ASG golf here just to get our feet wet on things. And so we're going to play Justin Rose versus David Toms here at Pinehurst number 2. I do have my little dice here. We're going to use these for like positioning of the players. I'm not going to use the plastic because all that does is give you guys a glare, and I don't want you guys to have too much of a glare. It's already not the best setup in the world for this, so I just don't know how to get anything better for you guys, unfortunately. So we'll just keep going, and we'll try it out. So Justin Rose will be the yellow dice, David Toms the white dice. And wherever the little 1 is pointing will be where they're at. I don't know any other way to do it right now. So without using the plastic sheet, you can see when I put the plastic sheet, all you're going to do is get a bunch of glare, which doesn't make anything really good for you guys. So, all right, so we'll try it without and see how we do. All right, so we will roll. We'll say David Toms is the red dice, Justin Rose is the white dice. Whoever rolls higher has honors. And it's the white dice, so that's going to be David Toms. I think I said the white dice is his. I don't remember what I called now. All right. David Toms is even. It's even, so it's going to be David Toms. There we go. All right, so this will be our shot dice. This will be our modifier dice, and we're ready to go. Here at Pinehurst number 1, David Toms. Add 5 yards to the flight of all tee shots. So he, with his woods, he's a 6. He's about a 255. Add the 5 yards, about 260. So he's aiming right down the middle of the fairway there. We're not going to roll for any wind. Course conditions are going to be normal until we, get through a few more holes of this, and then, we'll add something on. All right, so Toms with honors. Let's see how he does. So 24 for David Toms. So just look under wood, 24. He got a 28. We'll get 28 under a chart. 28 says 245 yards. And then look at the modifier, which is a 5. And he's going to go right 25 yards. So he's going to be off. So 250, 260. So 255 plus the 5 yards of flight is 260. So that's right there. And 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to be in the rough right there. I mean, it's not very hard to do, to be honest. It's not that hard. All right, so Justin Rose to tee off. Let's see how he does. So he rolled a 44. 44 for Justin Rose is a 3. A 3 says 270 yards plus the 5 for flight because they're actually shooting downhill. So it's 275, so right at that line. And we look at the modifier, which is 6. That says left 15. So he's going to be left 15, 5, 10, 15. He's going to be right at the edge of the fairway, but he is still in the fairway. So, first up, David Toms says he's farther back. He's got 130, 135, 40. He's looking at 30. 35, 40, 45, 50. He's at 150 back. So we're going to flip through this. He shoots his irons. David Toms shoots his irons at 6. So we look through here, and we're trying to find one that says about 150 yards at number 6. So his 8 iron would go 155. And that is to the middle of the green, by the way. Now we're playing the first round, which is red, so it actually goes back. So it'll actually be to the middle of the green, 130, 140, 150, plus an extra 10. So it's actually going to be 160 is what he's going to look for. 160 for his iron shots is going to be a nice 8-iron. Just going to pull out the 8-iron for David Toms, and he is going for the pin. He's going for the pin from the rough. So first thing we have to do is just see what kind of lie he gets in the rough. So we roll 1 through 5. He's got a normal lie. 6. He's got a poor lie. So let's see what he's got here. He's got a 1. He's got a normal lie. So a 6 from a normal lie is going to only send it 140 from the poor lie. So we will end up short. He needs to go 130, 140, 150, and an extra 10 yards is 160. So maybe he will look at the 7-iron. 7-iron. Yeah, he's going to hit his 7-iron out of the rough. He's going to take his 7-iron out. And we'll see how he does. So we're going to use his irons for David Toms. He rolled a 46 on his iron. 46 on his iron is a 17. 17 says 145. Look at the modifier, which is 6. He's going to go right 15. So 145, right 15. And again, I'm just going to 145, right 15. All right, so he is 30, 140, 150. So 150 would put him at the center pin. He goes 5 back because that's 145. And he goes right 15, 5, 10, 15. So he's going to end up right there. So right there. So off the green, he'll have a chip coming up. And now it'll be Justin Rose here, who's still in the fairway. He's exactly 130 line, plus the extra 10 distance. Takes him to the 140 chart. Now Justin Rose hits his irons 5. So 5 from the fairway. He's looking at... He's looking at, let's see here, 5. So 5 for his 8 irons would go 160. And 145 for a 9 iron. So I think I'll take a 9 iron. Aim right at the pin. Aiming at the pin with the 9 iron from the tee, from the fairway. From the fairway. Hey Glenn, how you doing, buddy? So we rolled a 26. Justin Rose, 26 with the iron, is a 19 tee. And the T will stand for something. I got to remember what that stands for. I got to look at the little chart thingy here. T, from any terrain, deduct 12 numbers. On result. Oh, well, let's see what his result is first. So, he got a 26. 19 T. 19 T says... I think that only counts when you're using your short wedge. I think that only counts because it's not on the regular 9 iron. So we're going to ignore that for the 9 iron. So 19. 19 is 130 yards. So he came up short on this one. 130 yards. Oh, wait. No, wait. I got to wait. 26. Yeah. 26 is a 19. 19 is 130 yards. Our modifier says left 5. So 130 puts him right at the center pin, and then 5 yards is going to put him just off there. Right there. So he is 10 yards short and 5 yards over. So we got to keep, we need our other little chart here. Our little distance chart on the green. So we're going to roll for that. Once I find it, I'm going to actually keep this chart out over here. So he's 10 yards back and 5 yards over. So that's a 61 foot minus, you roll 2 dice. 61 minus 9 is 52. So he's a 52 yard putt, or 52 foot putt, sorry, for David Toms. I mean for Justin Rose. Now, David Toms is 5, 10, 15 yards. So he's going to need his little wedge shot thing. Let's see, we need the little wedge shot. So from 15 to 1 yard, he is, what did we say he was? 5, 10, 15 yards. So yes, he will use that shot right there. And he's going for the pin, obviously. Going to try and chip it up there close with his third shot. And he rolled a 52 for David Toms with his iron. 52 is an 18 with his irons. So we're going to look at 18. His iron rating is a 6. So look at the 6 column for the 18, and there it is. And he is considered in the fairway. And he's going for the pin. And it's pin high. Direction is 0. So pin high, direction is 0. So it goes to the pin right there on his third shot. Now we got to roll all 3 dice. On a 111 666, he's going to be in, I believe. Let me just 18. And 18 on the 6 column. I'm sorry. He is 18 on the 6 iron is going to be pin high, but it's going to be inside 5. Inside 5. If the pin is on the left, the ball will go to the right of the pin. So we're going to go 1 to the right of the pin, which puts him at where the red is on this, which means when he lands there, it will roll back down right there. So he chips it up on the green and it rolls off down the line into that spot right there. Just double checking things. So the target can either be the pin or use the center of the green. Pin high, left or right, outside. If the pin is on the left, the ball will end up farther left. Inside, if the pin is on the left, the ball will roll to the right. In this case, it's not. It's exactly in the middle. So actually, you know what? It's going to end up right there because it's in the middle. It's not left or right. So I think that's one of the advantages for having the pin in the middle is it won't go left or right there. So we're going to give that to him. We're going to give him 111 666. If I'm pointing that wrong, let me guys know. And oh, it's a 662. He almost holed that out. But he is now 3 feet away. So he is 3 feet away. David Toms, nice recovery there. So Justin Rose, he's got a 52-foot putt. We're going to use putting chart number 2. Sorry to keep putting my arm in the way, but it's just the way life goes, I guess, sometimes. All right, putting chart number 2. He's 52 feet away. So he will lag this up. He's going to lag this putt up there. And Justin Rose rolled a 32 on the putt. 32 is a 34 on the lag. 34 is actually a pretty good number. 34 is going to leave a 34. It's going to leave a 5-foot putt. So for par, 5 foot away is Justin Rose. Just left it about 5 foot short. So we'll go ahead and finish up Justin Rose here, 5-foot putt. And on his short putts, he's got a -2. So raise or lower any of the red numbers in the above footnote by the golfer's short putt rating. Okay. So that's just if you get a star result on the chart. So 5-footer, he needs a good number. 14, Justin Rose 14 is a 26. That might not do it. 26. 26. Oh, 26 does do it. And Justin Rose will par the first hole. Justin Rose. And now David Toms with his par putt from 3 foot away. David Toms. 1-1. He rolls a 1. That is in. So David Toms with the par on the first. All right, there we go. So 1 hole done. Boom. It would go a lot quicker if I was 100% sure of some of the rules. There's a few rules I'm just not. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to shake you. Shake and rattle and roll you. All right, and the rule book, there's only 3 pages of rules, so it's not like thoroughly I might have to get on the website and see if there's questions and answers and stuff like that. All right, so hole number 2, par 4, 471 yarder, and let's see. Justin Rose, David Toms, since they both parred, has honors again. So he will, again with his drive, is the 6. It's about 255. Is there deduct 5 yards roll from any landing shot or rolling? Deduct 5 yards. In addition, these shots will roll backwards 10. Deduct 5 yards roll from any shot landing or rolling on red grid lines. Oh, okay, that's up here. Okay, that's up there. In addition, these shots will roll backwards 10 yards. All shots landing on the white grid lines will bounce forward 10 yards. All shots rolling onto them roll an additional 5 yards. Center green, 470 yards. Use chart 2. If you're putting from one side of the center line to the other, you're going to use chart 3. All shots landing in the rust-colored pine straw, which is this stuff. Cut any roll in half and roll downwards. And then there's you got to follow the rules if you do that. So, David Toms, 6 again on his tee is about 255, which is going to put him there. So he's going to actually aim left 10. He's going to aim left 10. So we'll put his mark right there at the left 10 marker. Right there. All right. So left 10. So he's, aiming towards the middle of the fairway, actually. 43 for Toms. 43 is a 7. 7 is going to be 255 yards. All right, 255 yards puts him right there. Now, direction 2 Wait, what was that? 43? 7. It's going to go right 10. So that's going to be perfect because that's going to put him right back at the line because he was aiming 10 left. It ended up going 10 to the right. So that is perfect. He's going to be at 255. Oh, yeah, we forgot to get the rolls last time. Right. Roll on the 7 is 30 yards. So he will roll down the black line 30 yards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He will end up in the middle of the fairway at 285. David Toms played that perfectly. Got the perfect result that he needed. And now it's up to Justin Rose. Justin Rose will do the same thing. He will plan 10 to the left. So he's basically aiming for the middle of the fairway since we don't have much wind to worry about. He rolls a 45. 45 is a 6. So a 6 says 255 yards. 255. So 255 puts him right there. Now, modifier of 5. Modifier of 5. So left 5. So he's going to end up going 5 more yards to the left-hand side. And then the roll is going to be 35 yards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's going to be just on the edge of the fairway once again. Just at the edge of the fairway once again. But he is in the fairway. Both of our competitors hit that one well. And actually, David Toms is away by just 5 yards. He is 170, 85. He's 185 away. So let's see what he hits his irons. 6. So he's looking for 185 at number 6. That's going to be a 6 iron. It's going to be a 6 iron because he hits a 6 iron 180 yards. And he's going to aim for... Now the pin location is just 5 yards from the center. So he's actually going to aim for the center of the green. Not for the pin. So center of the green from 185. So he's 185 away. David Toms going for the center of the green. All right. So he rolled a 45 with his irons is 6P. And go ahead and we ignore that. So it's just a 6. He got a 6 result. 6 from the fairway is 180 yards, and the modifier is a 3, which is left 5. So he hit 180 left 5. 180 left 5. He was 185. So 180 is going to put him 5 yards short and left 5. Which is going to put him right where the pin would be, the white pin. He's at the white pin. Is there any roll on this? On number, C rolled a 6. On number 6, there is 5 yards roll. So actually that worked out perfectly for him. He is 10 yards left of it. 10 yards left. So we'll figure out his distance here now. So he's at 10 times 0, which is 30 feet minus 2 dice. Hey, D. Scott Howard. So 30 feet minus 8. 30 feet minus 8 is 22-foot putt. So 22-foot putt for David Toms. Now, up to Justin Rose. Justin Rose will also go center of the green. He is 170. 180. He's 180 away. 170, 180. 180. Again, he needs the 180. He hits his irons 5. So at 5, it's 185. So he's fine with that. He's going to hit a 6 iron as well. 33. 33. He had an iron of 36. Let's look at that. So 6 iron from the fairway. 36 is use iron rating for the result. So that's where he's going to look at his iron rating, which is a 5. And that says 185. So he hit it, 185. And the direction was 4. Let's see, he is a 5 again. Direction 4 says right 5. So he hit it 185, right 5. Again, he was 180 away. So 185 puts him 5 yards past and 5 yards. So he's right where the yellow is. Now we got to see if there's any roll with this. And that was a number 5. Any roll? 5-yard roll, which puts him at the white. So there was some rules on the white. The white says, in addition, these shots, all shots landing on the white grid lines will bounce forward 10. All shots landing on the white grid lines will bounce forward 10 yards. All shots rolling onto them will roll an additional 5 yards. So he's going to be an additional. It didn't land there. It landed where the yellow was. I know it's hard for you guys to see, probably. But he landed where the yellow was and rolled to the white. And since he's on the white grid line, it says it's going to roll an additional 5 yards. So he's going to be right there. Which puts him off the green. But he is just barely off. Oh, shit. Let's see. He was right there. Yes, right there. Okay. So it's good. He's still on the fairway part of it, which means he can still putt, but he adds 4 to his result. So he is actually 5, 10, 15. So he's a 0. He's on the same line as it. So 0, but he's 15, which is 45. Minus 2 dice. Minus 5. So he is 40-foot putt. And a 22-foot putt for David Toms. So Justin Rose with the putt. Now, he gets to use putting chart number 2. Because he's on the same half, the center line, the little black line. There's a rule, if you're on the same side as the pin, use chart number 2. If you're on the other side, you use chart number 3. So chart number 2 for Justin Rose. And he is 40 feet away. He will lag this up there. Putting, 15. 15 putt, he got a 6. And again, 6. Look at the 6 result. But we add 4 to his result because he's not on the putting surface. He's within 1 of it. So he's trying to, putt it from the fringe or just off the fringe back on. So you got to add 4. So 6 plus 4 is 10 on the 40 column. Lag 10 is 2-foot putt. Gets it down there just 2 feet away. Nice little roll there. And we'll go ahead and finish him up. So he's got a 2-foot putt. 43 on his putter is a 20. And with the 2-footer, that will go in. So another par for Justin Rose. Now David Toms. He's got a 22-foot putt. He is going to go for it. 22-footer. 56. Ooh, that's a 30. That is a 30 with the go for it. Ooh, that's going to be bad. 30 is going to leave him a 4-foot putt. So 4-foot putt for par for David Toms. He needs a low number. 56 again. What was 56? A 30. Uh-oh, I think he missed it. 30. No, it's in. If you want to roll the 34, 35, it would have been out. Does he have 34, 35s? Yes, he does. He's got a 36. 36 would also have been problems. No, wait. 4 foot. Yes, it would have been problems. 36, 34. Yeah, it looks like just the one result, really. All right, but that is par again. Well, well. Oh, you know what? I screwed up. He's got to do it over because he's got to use putting chart number 3. Sorry, my bad. Because he was on the other side. Oops, the white dice. He was 10 yards on this side of the line. He's got to cross over. Because he's got to cross the center line with his putt, he has got to use chart number 3 according to the special rules. So let's try it again. So David Toms again, 20-footer. He's going to lag it. He's going to lag it because of the special rule. He will lag it this time. 46. Putter, 46. 31. That's not good. The higher the number is usually the worst result. 31. And 31, he's going to leave a 4-footer. So now he's got the 4-foot test putt coming back. 54 is a 25, and that should be good, and it is. All right, so he still ends up with par, and even though he had to come across and get it that way, that's all right. And we'll grab out hole number 3 here. So par for our great golfer so far. Hole number 3 is a par 4, 327-yarder. 327. So we gotta put our. You know what? Let's just stack these up right here. Actually, that might be okay. All right. All right. So what's the special rules here? Yeah, the pine straw we know about. Oh, this thing is like a sand trap. All shots that land in the green patch, roll a die. On a 1, you get a queen lie. On anything else, you get an impeding lie. You must chip back to the first spot on the fairway. Blah, blah, blah. There's all kinds of rules. All shots landing or rolling on the red grid lines. Again, will go off the back. 325. Use putting chart number 3, so not a very easy. All missed putts from past the pin, double the distance of the remaining putt, with a minimum of 2 feet added. So if you're coming back down the hill, it's going to keep rolling and rolling. That could be trouble. That could be trouble. All right, so let's see now. Let's see how these golfers want to handle this one. It's a short par 3. I'm sorry, short par 4. That's what I meant to say. And if he goes 255 plus roll, put him at 275 right in there with the driver. So David Toms is going to aim 10 left again, going for the center of the fairway. Left 10 with the driver. There's bunker problems there, but he's hoping to get a good one here. Okay, we're not playing with any wind, normal conditions, normal greens, all that. So, all right, he rolled a 16. David Toms 16 driver. Rolled a 26. 26 says 250. 250 yards. So let's get the 250 marker. And right there. And now we look at the modifier, which is a 2. 26 and a 2 says, oh my gosh. Wow. Right 60. That is not a good result. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Right there. And because he hit the tree, it stops right there. So he's hooked that well to the right and into the trees. Wow. Perfect. I mean, distance-wise, it was fine. Good thing he went left. 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Actually, he's back here. Or what did I say it was? 16. What was it? 26. Yeah, right, 60. Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Oh, yeah, it was back there. Okay, so I was thinking it was 65, but it's actually 60. So that's going to be problems. That is going to be problems. Justin Rose, he is going to aim 5, 10, 15. He's going to aim 20 yards left. Seems like a bigger opening over here. He just saw what happened to David Toms, so he's like, yeah, I'm going to aim way left. So twice as far left. He rolled a 33. 33 on the drive is a 3. That's a beautiful shot, I bet. 3. 270 yards. All right, then we'll look at the modifier in a second. It says 50. 55, 60, 65, 70. So 270 yards. And the modifier is a 5 on the 33. Was a 3, right? On the 3. Modifier of 5. Wow. He was aiming left, and according to this, so this is where I'm a little confused on this. Hey, Turbocharged, what's going on? So I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the system and can help me out. I'm not 100% sure on a couple of the rules, and one of them is this left-right thing. So you can see here. Maybe because I got the cord in the way, but let's see. Maybe if I lift the cord out of the way for a second, you guys can see this. So you can see on the 3, right? On the 3, which is above the gray line. 4 is the gray line, but above the 3 on modifier 5 column, you see how it says left 35 /R5, right? So it's like a split result. Left 35 /R5. All right? So this is what the rule says. Oh, it doesn't say much, actually. So it's kind of, you have to figure it out. It says left L/R. If a shot is aimed left or right, this directional amount must be in the same direction. If the shot was not aimed, the golfer may choose to go either left or right. So if the shot was aimed left or right, in this case it was, this directional amount must be in the same direction. So for him, it was left 35 / right 5. So does that mean he gets a choice between going left 35 or right 5? Or because he was aiming left, he's got to take the left result? If he was aiming right, he'd have to take the right result. I just don't know, because that's the only thing it says about the left / right. If a shot is aimed left or right, this directional amount must be in the same direction. Okay, so I guess that means if you're aiming left, he's going to go left 35. If you're aiming right, you're going to go right 5. That would be my guess. So in this case, because he's aiming 20 yards left, he is going to go left 35. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, which puts him right there. Now, he's on the cart path. He hits the cart path. Let's see what the roll is on this. The roll is 35. So he will go 5, 10, 15, and he will hit the tree. And there's 15 remaining, but once you hit a tree, you get half of that rounded down. So he's going to go another 5 yards into the tree there. If that all makes sense to you, it makes sense to me. I'll just say that. That's the way I'm reading it, because he hits the cart path. He's going to go 5, 10, 15. He then goes into the tree. And anytime you go into the tree, you get half deduction on your the remaining of your roll, because you know it's bouncing around and all the leaves and everything. So neither one of our drivers hit hole number 2 or hole number 3. Wow, that was insane. All right, so there is a optional tree rule, which I think we're going to use for this, which I think is going to be make things happy. Okay, so let's look at the tree rules, because this is probably going to be the next thing we're going to have to discuss. I think I figured that out just by thinking about it. It makes sense. If the shot was aimed left or right, this directional amount must be in the same direction. So if it was hit left, then you got to take how much was left, and if it was right, and it's going to go that much right. And then if you didn't, and you're just aiming straight, then you can choose either one of these, which makes sense. Okay. So the tree rule. All right, so in the trees, a ball is considered in the trees if it is in a tree-covered square and more than one full square of tree lies between the ball and the green. So for both of our competitors, that is going to be, for sure, David Thomas is in the trees. We can see that, yes. For Justin Rose, he does barely have... There's only 2 squares of trees in between them, but yes, there is enough. A ball is considered behind trees if a straight line, blah, blah. All right, so a ball is considered behind trees if a straight line drawn from the ball to each of the following locations intersects trees. If less than 50 yards to the green, a location 50 yards directly forward, example, all right, so we are going to use the pine tree chart. All right, if within short approach distance, golfer may not aim at the pin and must use one column farther out. For result, look up. Club listed is maximum amount of club that may be used for the shot in or behind trees. So, well, let's start with David Toms here. He's in the trees. We roll on the chart, and we got a 35. 35 says he is in the trees. Maximum he can use is a 3-iron. Because we're in pine trees. And if within short approach distance, he is actually, he's right at the 75 yards out chart. So let me see if there is a chart for the tree. So he is, he's going to be blocked by these trees. This tree right there. Right? So I'm not sure how this rule applies to not sure how the rule applies. Yeah, we don't need the strong wind charts. Right. Okay. So if within short approach distance. Oh, okay. So that's just if the star. So if you got a star result. Okay. So what did we roll? We rolled a whatever we rolled. We rolled a 3-iron, right? Because we're doing in the pine charts. Right, we rolled 35, 3-iron, because he's in the tree. So the most he can use is a 3-iron. Club listed as maximum amount of club that may be used for shot from in or behind the tree. Right, and I think the rule in the book says something about, where's the rules? Here's the rules. Right. Let's see here. Alright, so trees. For more detailed, please use your optional tree chart to determine the position, lie, and club options for the next shot. Alright. Use the optional tree chart to determine the position. And where was that other chart we were reading all that information from? Because that's the chart we really need to look at again. Need that one. Don't need the heavy wind one. Ooh. So the tree chart. Here's the tree rules again. All right. So in a tree, a ball is considered in the tree if it is on a tree covered square. More than one full square of tree lies between the ball and the green. A ball is considered behind trees if a straight line drawn from the ball to each of the following locations intersects trees. If greater than 50 yards from the green, blah, blah, blah. If less than 50 yards from the green, all right, well, he's actually more than 50. So a location 50 yards directly forward. 50 yards directly forward. And a location 50 yards forward to the center line. So that would be to here. Is there something between there and here? Yes, there is. There's this. I'm just saying yes. All right. May elect to chip back to the center line or take an unplayable lie. Unplayable lie is a 1-stroke penalty, blah, blah, blah. Chip out. May elect to chip back to the center line or take an unplayable lie. To chip out, use the 25 to 50 yard shot approach shot chart and use the center line 25 yards forward as the aim point, which makes sense. I mean, he's got to chip it out 25 yards forward, which would be there. So he's going to try and aim for right where the 275 marker is, right there. Alrighty, so he's got to use the old short wedge shots, 25 yarder. Alright, let's see how he does with this. .65, David Tom, 65 with the iron. 65 is an 18. Look at 18 in the 25 yarder one. And he is considered in the rough. Alright, he's in the rough. He rolled an 18. And his iron rating is a 6. Alright. Rough. 0, left 5. If he's going for rough, middle, depth of 0, direction left 5. Which actually is going to help him a little bit because it's going to come out to the left. And is there any rolly? That was an 18. They do not list any rolls at all. So I guess not. So he's going to chip it back out over there. Now, for Justin, right? So Justin, he's less than 25 yards. If we go back to that little chart, wherever the hell it was. I'm just going to pull the damn tree chart out because I might need this again. All right. If less than 50 yards from the green, the pin location is used for the... okay, so from here to the pin location. So he's only got just... He does that little tiny... Get back over there on that thing. He's only got that little bit of tree hanging over. So he should be... He's literally only 25... He's literally 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. He's actually 60 yards. He's got farther because he was so far out. He's got to use the 75 to 50, 51 foot or 75 to 51 yard chart. That's what he's got to use. Justin Rose with his. He's coming out of the rough. He's going for the middle of the green. He rolls a 13 with his irons. So, 13 with his irons. Oh boy, this could be trouble. He's on an M. From fairway or rough, add 12 numbers to his results. And 5 plus 12 is 17. So he's looking for a 17 on the 5 column. 17. All right, so he was in the rough. He was going for the middle. Oh, wow, that actually ends up being really good. Depth is 0, but it goes right 10. So right 10 will put him over there. And again, I don't see any rolls or anything. So that's just where it ends up, I guess. I mean, that must have been like the final location of it. So he's literally just 15 yards right of the flag with his second. All right, now back in the fairway, exactly 50 yards away, is now David Toms, and he's going to go for this flag. You can see it now. Now that he's out of the woods, you can see it. He needs it up and down anyway, so he's got to go for it. 55, that might be a good shot. Irons, 55. He got a 4 result. That is going to be good, I bet. 50 yards. He uses 6 column and a 4, and that's at the very top. He's going for the pin, so depth is -5, but the direction is dead on. So instead of there, he's 5 yards short of the green, or of the flag. And 15 feet -8. He's 7 feet away. 7 foot for par now. And now we got to figure out what Justin Rose is 3. He's 1, 2, 3 over, so he's 0 times 15 is 45 -9 is 30. 45 -9 is 40. 36. So he's a 36, but he's on in 2. So for birdie, let's see, we use chart number 3, not the easiest chart in the world. I just need to get a couple of things not verified, but just kind of clarified, I guess. And I think we'll be cruising through this. It just confuses me a little bit. All right, so here comes the 36-foot putt. 26 to 39 feet. He will lag this up there. He rolled a 34. Justin Rose, a 34. And putting is a 26. For the lag putt. What did we say? 34. See, there's so many numbers, I get confused. 34 is a 26, 26, 26. And then I got to look up the distance again, which is another number. So 26. That's why I got to write it down. So he's got a 4-foot putt for par. So now we'll go to David Toms with the 7-footer for par. David Toms with the 7-footer for par. 51 is an 8. 8 should be in, and it is. And now 4-footer for Justin Rose. 5-5. And that is a putt of 3, and that is in. So once again, par, par. Par, par. Seems, I guess, a little easy to get pars maybe on this. I think. Maybe seems pretty easy. I don't know. I mean, if you look at the putting chart, which you guys probably haven't seen, but here's a look at the putting chart. So, right, if you got a 26 to 39 foot putt, right, if you lag it up, right, you're going to end up with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 feet. So, he got a 26, so he ended up being 4 feet away, right? Well, here's the 4-foot weighting one. It's all green unless you roll a 34, 35, or 36. So it seems, you're lagging up there 2, 3, 4 feet away, and you got about a 95% chance of making it, right? So seems a little easy. And then even, you go to, say, 40 to 59 foot putt. Lag it up there, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say you leave it 6 feet away, right? All in until you get to 26, then you leave it a couple inches away. I mean, you can miss about a 6, 7, 8 footer maybe once in a while, but anything else, I don't know. It just seems, Of course, some greens are easier and harder than others. I'm not sure how hard the holes at Pinehurst number 2 are, but all right, so that's hole number 4. Let's look at hole number 5. Par so far for. Really, we got through 4 holes already. Wow, we're just cruising through this, aren't we? Okay. Oh, we've been going an hour, yeah, but you know we've been trying to explain things and taking our time. So par 5, no, par 4, 483. All right, so 250, 275, yep, right down the middle for David Toms. He's going to aim down the middle anyways. That's the reason. No sense in trying to hook it left or right at this point. All right, he rolled a 16 there. David Toms, 16. On the drive is a 16. That's 255. Modifier dice of 6. Says left 25 to 255 left 25 5 10 15 20 25, so he will be in the rough right there. Now distance of the roll is 30, but half of that because you're in the rough. 1 2 3, so he will end up at 270 yards in the rough. 270 in the rough. Now Justin Rose, sorry. Justin Woods. These guys have been in the woods so much, all right. Let's slide this over, I guess, a little bit. I keep bringing it over my way. All right, let's try that again. So, 31 for Justin Rose. 31, he hit a 4. That's beautiful. Now, let's write that number down, 4. That's why I wish I had the sheets on here so I could just mark it on there. But no, 4 is 265. So let's put them at 265 right there. And then direction of 1 is left 10, which is fine because he's still on the fairway. And the roll is 35. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And he is going to be right there at the 300-yard marker in the fairway with 185 left. Nice drive there. So with 215 yards remaining from the rough, 215 yards remaining, 215. Can he hit something 215? Let's see. From the rough. Maybe a 2-iron. Let's see. What does the 2-iron say? He hits his woods because use the woods for the 2, 3, and 4 irons. So he's a 6. That's 205. It might be a little short. But he'll go for it from the rough with the 2-iron. So he is right there. So David Toms from the rough. $36. This is wood. So look at the wood, 36. That is a 16. So he is a 2-iron from the rough. Oh, we have to, wait. We'll keep this, assuming he doesn't get a bad lie. If you roll a 6, he's got a bad lie, which might change everything. No, okay, so we will keep this result. You know what? We're going to roll it again because I don't remember what the modifier dice was. Duh. All right, so David Toms again. So he didn't get a bad lie, but he is in the rough. All right, let's try that again. 56 is a 16. I think that's what he had anyway, somewhere around there. 16. 16 is 220 yards. And we said he was 210, 215. So that's going to be 5 yards past the pin, he was going for the center of the green, by the way. Now we got to find out his modifier. 56 was 16. And his modifier was a 2. Wow, that's a great one. Left 5. Left 5, which puts him right at where the blue pin would be. Now, he will get a roll on this, though. The roll is going to be 25. Wow. 25. But it says here all... oh, yeah. We forgot to look at the modifiers on this hole, which we made it a lot easier, didn't we? All shots landing or rolling on the white grid lines. All shots landing on the green. All shots landing or rolling on the yellow when chipping from white to red. Okay. All shots landing on the... yeah. Okay. So... wait a second. Deduct 10 yards from all second shots. All tee shots landing in the fairway will roll 10 yards left, or 5 yards left for every 10 yards forward. Deduct 10 yards from all second shots. That's all it says. Must be an uphill, so he's going to deduct 10. He's going to land right where the yellow one actually is. All right, but he ends up getting a powerful roll here. What did we say it was? I think he rolled a 16, yeah. So this is 25. So that's going to... when chipping from left of the green, add 4 feet to all putt determination results. Right. Okay, so I guess it looks like it's just going to be 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to be 10 yards past the green there. That was a heck of a second shot, though, from the rough, but he did well. Now, we got the other guy, Justin Rose. Yes, we get to worry about Justin Rose now. He's got 185 exactly. 180, well, he could go 190 and go... that'd be perfect. What is his irons? Are a 5. He is a 5. That's 215. That's 205. 195. 185. Well, what do we think about a 6 iron? What do you guys think about a 6 iron? 185. He's going to go for center green again because there's white lines and yellow lines and red lines, and they all have their own thing to talk about. So he's going to go for the center of the green. Oh, this actually says on the 6 iron shot, it says, deduct 5 yards from any iron shot taken from the fairway or tee that lands on the green. Most of these say that, actually. So let's see if, does the 2 iron say that? Because deduct 5 yards roll from any iron shot taken from the fairway or tee that lands on the green. So actually he will deduct 5, which puts him just off the green actually. Yeah, because he ended up here, he would go here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, so he'd be just off the green actually. So he hits just on the green, scoots across the green and rolls just off the backside. Well, that wasn't that bad then after all, was it, David? He should be happy with that coming out of the rough. Alright, so let's do the 6 iron. He is exactly 185. He's going for the center of the green. He rolls a 53 with his iron. That is a 5-5. Can we remember 5? We can remember 5. Fairway 5 is 2. Oh, that's perfect. 185. Now his modifier is the 4, which goes right 5. All right, so let's hang on a second. So it goes 185, but we deduct 5 yards roll from it. Deduct 5 yards roll from any iron shot taken from the fairway or tee that lands on the green. Okay, his wasn't actually. You're right. That doesn't count. Because it says deduct 5 yards roll from any iron shot taken from the fairway or tee that lands in the green. He was in the rough. Okay, but he's in the fairway. He hit it 185. And he hit it 4, which was right 5. So 185, right 5 puts him right at the white dot. Then he gets a roll. And the roll is 5 yards. But we deduct 5 yards roll from any iron shot taken from the fairway or tee that lands on the green. So he actually, unfortunately for him, the 5 yards would put him exactly on the red. That would be exactly where he needed to go. But because of that rule, deduct 5 yards roll from any iron shot taken from the fairway or tee that lands on the green. He is not going to take the 5 yard roll. Let's just check the rule just to make sure there isn't like an exception to like, hey, you have to at least have 5 yards of roll or something like that. I think I remember reading something like that. That's why I want to check. Selecting the club, use of the club. No, I don't see anything. See, in this case, he should actually went for the pin instead of the center green. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Anyways, he's freaking 5-1. He's 0. He's on the same line as the red. He's at the white one. He doesn't get the roll. He just sits right there, right? So he's 0 times 5 yards, so it's 15 feet minus 10. He's 5 foot away. I will take a 5-footer for birdie if I was him and be happy about it and not complain. All right, now, before he actually gets to putt, though, so he's 5 foot away, and that's why I wish I had this. All right, anywho's, we might have our first birdie attempt here. That would be crazy. All right, first thing we got to do is worry about David Dumps. Now, he is 5, 10, 15, let's see. He's right there. 5, 10, 15. He's 15 yards. 15 yards off. He's going to have to chip it up there and hope he gets it close. There we go. Let's get this chart out. He's going to use his little chipper. Try to chip it up there, roll it in there. 61 for his iron. So that's 61. Iron is a 7. 777. So look at the 7 under the 6 column. And that says going for the pin. Pin high, direction 0. So he's right there. So we should roll a dice to see how far away he is. He's 4 feet away. All right. For par, he's 4 feet away. And Justin Rose, 5 feet away. 5 feet away for the birdie. So we'll go with Justin Rose first. Unfortunately, he's got the tough chart coming out. Putting chart number 4. There's one worse than this. There's a putter number 5 as well. So it's not the worst you'll ever see, but it's going to be tough. Chart number 4. Here we go. So maybe this is where I'll miss it, right? So he's 5 feet away. He needs a result of 26 or less. Justin Rose, 26 or less. He rolled a 34. 34. Oh my gosh. 26. That will be in the hole. Barely. Wow. He really, actually, it was a 28. I was looking at the wrong line. But still, 26 on the 5-footer. He had a 5-footer. And it's in the hole for a birdie. So, Justin Rose with the birdie on the hole number 5. Now, David Toms with the 4-footer. Now, let's make sure we look at the right column. He needs in P. The unputt results in P. Putt is good if the putt is for par or higher. Putt is missed if it's birdie or lower. So this putt in would be okay with him because it's for par. So he needs a 32 or lower and it'll go in. 61 is a 22 and that'll be par for David Toms. Good recovery. And there we go with hole number 5. Look at those. We're cruising through this sucker. Cruising. Hole number 6, par 3. This one is 220 yards, so don't hit it there. That's bad news. What else do we have? All shots landing or rolling on the red grid lines were rolled 10 yards backwards, so front edge is bad. Front edge is bad. Front edge is bad. If you go for the center green and you end up short 10 yards, 5 yards are okay, 10 yards are bad. 220. Let's see who hits what 220 yards. 220 on the woods. Well, it looks like David Toms has got to use that 2-iron again. David Toms will use the 2-iron again. As he hits iron 6. That's exactly 220 yards if he hits it square. First up, though, is Justin Rose. He's actually going to use a 3-iron because he uses 5. 5 for him would be 215. To put him 5 yards short. All right. So Justin Rose up first with the 3-iron. From the tee, 13. That is a iron 5. Got a result of 5. And 5 is 215. Modifier dice of 6 is 0. 215 So he's going to end up, wow, 215, 220 is, so he's 5. All right, so, and roll, oh, the roll is going to be 20 yards minus 20 yards minus the 5 because it deducts 5 yards for any iron shot taken from the fairway or tee that lands on the green. So it's going to go 15, but 5, 10, 15, which is going to put him 5 yards past the 5 yards to the left and 5 yards back. So he's going to be a 5 by 5, which is 23 feet minus 2 dice. 23 minus, wow, 10. 23 minus 10 is 13-foot putt for birdie. Now, let's go for David Toms, who's got to use a 6 iron, or I'm sorry, 2 iron. 220 is what he's looking at. 220 and roll. Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe you go a little shorter and then with the roll should put you fine. He's actually gonna switch at the last minute to the 3 iron because you do get quite a little roll after this 3 iron. So a 12 with his iron is a 17. 17 is 200 yards. So did not get all of that one. And if you would have stuck with his 2 iron, what would he have? 17 on the 2, 210. So that's 200 yards. Well, we'll see how it goes. 200 yards. The center of the green was 220. 5, 10, ooh, 200 right there. Oh, that's not good. Now, wait a second. We're going to have to... plus, we need a modifier. 6 is right 20. Ugh. 5, 10, 15, 20. So he's right in the rough there. And now, a roll is 20 divided in half because he's technically in the rough. He goes 5 and then 10, and he's back into just onto the fairway there. 10-yard roll there, and I think he will end up right there. So off the green, 5, 10, another 15-yard chip up there again. He cannot get his irons close enough. He's 15 yards away. And he's going for the pin again. Ooh, 6-6. Iron is a 12. Is a 12 on, he uses 6. Column 6, look for the 12. And he's coming, actually, technically he's in the fairway, so that goes in the hole. He chips it in the hole from off the green for a birdie. Wow. In the hole. What a chip by David Toms for a birdie. So now it leaves, he goes in. Wow, nice shot there by David Toms. Not going to complain about that at all. So David Toms with the birdie chip in from just, I mean, he got lucky as hell because you start in the rough, but 10 yards up, you get that little, right there at the corner where that fairway comes in, and that's where he went in. And so he's 5, 10, 15 yards, chipped it up there, rolled the shot he needed. So putting chart number 2 here for our good friend Justin Rose. Now, we said he was 5 feet away. So he needs any result 28 or less. 29 will not be good because this is for birdie. 28 or less should be okay. 65. Oh no, 65 is a 35. 35 is going to be from 5 feet. Is going to be a foot away. He misses the birdie putt. He's 1 foot away, and he'll get everything in except for a 36. Does he have any 36s on his card? Yes, he does. He has 136. So he does not want to roll a 24, or he will miss this. Otherwise, it should be in. 54 is a 26, and he'll be fine, and he'll get his par, but disappointing as he had a golden opportunity at the birdie and couldn't deliver. So after 6 holes, 1/3 of this round, I think that's a good time to call it, and we are sitting at -1 for Justin Rose and -1 for David Toms as he just chipped that in on hole number 6. Oh my gosh, look at this craziness on hole number 7. Look at that nonsense. There's all kinds of math calculations we're going to have to do. Get our protractors out. Get your protractors out. All right, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's just I just need to get some clarification on a few of the rules. So hopefully some people that might know things played this. Played the computer version, but to be honest, the computer version is a lot different. There's modifiers in there for all kinds of things that aren't in this. This is much more simpler than the computer version because having all these extra modifiers in there would just drive people crazy, I think. Like you can hook your and draw. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So I think there's just too many other modifiers, so it can't compare. It's not like comparing apples to apples. They have the cards are the same and stuff, but the results are different. So I don't know if there's different charts they use or what, but anywho's, this game is really fun. I like it. I just think, I need to get a couple rule clarifications on the lefty-righty. I think we figured that out. I think we got that. The tree thing just doesn't make a lot of sense to me at this point. Maybe after I do it a few more times, right? So, if you're under this tree, right, and you're trying to hit over the green, then this tree's in the way. But if you're here, that tree's definitely in the way. I guess he could try for the front edge there. He couldn't go, it depends where you are, and I guess now Pinehurst obviously has got a lot of trees, so this course is going to be a lot different than playing something else. But did I get any of the quick play cards to do full tournaments? I sent you an email, brother, but no, I did not get any quick play cards to do full tournaments. I should probably do that, but I just wanted to check this out first. But me and you, we need to talk and talk about ASG golf. I sent you an email, so when you get a chance, check it out, and we'll talk about stuff. So, anywho's, that's that. Justin Rose, David Toms, well done. -1 after 6. And we'll see everyone next time. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Have a good night now.